we should look inwards, that we should also imbibe the attitude of using locally produced so that we use what we produce. I agree, totally. And that's where the sacrifice should come from. You know, since President Tinubu came on board, I've been observing him. I've been over the kind of dresses he wears. It's like he's using, you know, made in Nigeria dresses. So there's impact
How
from
do you know that?
Well,
are the fabric produced in Nigeria?
Well, I should think so. I should think so. Are we not producing anything at all, fabric in this country?
Senator, you can tell me. I don't know.
So, yes, I feel guilty. I'm wearing almost 100%, you know, foreign. But, you know, the issue is our attitude must change. And how do you make our attitude change? Today, make cost of imported textile into this country. I mean, make it maybe 100%, you know, tariffs on it. How many people can afford the luxury?
Yeah, but what are the alternatives?
The alternatives are simple. Yeah. The alternatives are simple. You see, you cannot have all this result at a go. So you have to look at the short term, the medium term, and the long term. What are you going to do in the shortest time to begin to change the attitude of people? Is pricing of the luxuries. How the luxuries are imported into this country. Change that. Once you change that, people will now begin to say, I cannot afford this. And then it will make the locally produced, you know, item you will make the local more productive.
Honorable.
One day, the conversation was going on, but it was not going in the right direction. I mean, what sort of conversation that is going without involving the critical, you know, aspect of running the economy? That is the issue. Who are they conversing with? National Assembly conversing with itself, executive conversing with itself. You know, is it the civil service? Is it the private sector? Is it the banking sector? I mean, people are all, you know, going on out of the, everyone is doing his own thing. You know, there is no coordination. So long as there is no coordination, there is no planning. That is why if you observe in the past, you know, what government has been doing is to budget before planning. And we have always got it wrong. You are supposed to plan before you budget. But today, even then, people, you know, budget before they plan. My own take on this, the immediate thing is to see how you are going to conserve or change the attitude of Nigerians dependent on foreign goods. It can be done immediately. And once you do that, just by increasing the tariffs on all luxuries, can we afford all these luxuries
but
that we are doing?
But they've done that several times.
No, which tariffs have been done on luxuries?
Several luxury items.
Which luxuries?
Former Boris tenure. Champagne, several luxury items were taxed.
But it is not enough. It is not enough. The tariffs are not enough at all. You know, up till now, our marginal propensity to import is about 90 kobo.
No, but shouldn't we be talking about what are they doing to make sure refineries work? What are they doing to make sure power supply is uninterrupted?
I'm coming to that. I mean, how do you make, you know, refineries? You import all these things to repair your refineries. And you import at what cost? So until you cost, you know, you cut the cost of imports.
So while that is a, you know, fair idea that indeed there needs to be the encouragement of local production here so as to save the value of our naira, and that Nigerians need to consume more of what we produce, and that goes to everybody really. But there's been questions as to what sacrifices government, public officials are also, you know, making, because they've asked Nigerians to tighten their belts as a result of the difficulties in the economy and the fact that, you know, the coffers are, I don't want to use the word empty, but, you know, near empty. But people have been asking, what has government enlisted, and by government, not just the federal government now, state governments as well, because we understand that as a result of this, more money is accruing to FAC. More states are going to have more money to spend. But, you know, there's been very short supply of information on what sacrifices government officials are making. Even if there's anything we're to, you know, go with, is the fact that it seems it's business as usual if we're to look at the list of approvals that have just been given by the National Assembly.
I have just spoken about attitude. Up till now, an average Nigerian, whether in government or outside government, believes that life goes life goes as usual. You know, we have not been made to face this kind of challenge until now. We would have faced it since you are in the structural adjustment program, but it has not been done. You free the product market, that is, you liberalize the product market, you liberalize the financial market, and yet you did not liberalize the labor market. The labor has been stagnant. That is why it has become very, very unproductive labor that we have in this country. So long as these markets are not equilibrated, then you'll continue to have this kind of.
Hello and welcome to the channel. Just to keep in line with what the senator was saying earlier about using what you produce. The president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has caused a stir on social media for rocking a styled hat with President Bola Tinubu's logo on his way to Senate plenary. In the trending video that surfaced on social media on Wednesday, July 19th, the Senate president was seen arriving at the National Assembly donning a white native attire with the signatory logo of Bola Tinubu embossed on a navy blue cap he had worn with the attire. The photos have stirred mixed reactions on social media as many Nigerians expressed disapproval over the head of the legislative arm of government's choice of outfit at a time he used to stand and act independently. Dolakpo wrote, "Distasteful, wasteful, and embarrassing. Do you even know your role as the Senate President? If you do, you won't wear that cap on your head to a plenary. I think Nigerians are better off without the Senate. You all just waste taxpayers' money, loot and occupy space." Maurice Monnier wrote, "We have a long way to go. The number one legislator who is supposed to act as check and balance to the executives is wearing Tinubu's styled hat." Emeka says, "How else will he appeal to his slave master? Some of these men need to be stoned with dirty water." Tufiakwa. Olajumoke says, "It's the bounce in his work for me. Extremely rich representatives of extremely poor people who live in the poverty capital of the world. Outrageous." OCFA says, "Nigeria still has a long way to go. Just imagine. The heart also." That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Bye.